Now, for you as an artist, did you laugh at a circumstance like that, or does that cause you some sort of trauma when you're like? Ugh.
Do you know what? I somewhat laughed. I was just like, this is ridiculous. Like, you can clearly see it's not me, and people are just trying to drag anything.
It was super bootleg, but I was actually kind of annoyed because I don't dig in like that. And when he said there's rumors out there, we all sit in the room and just say whatever happens off here. Oh, you guys see this? You see that? So they said that, and I went, all right. And I clicked the link. I was like, guys. They're not. This is not close.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Like, it was that ridiculous.
It really was though, because I'm like, this is not her at all.
It's kind of bootleg. Like, you almost disappointed me now. Because can I have a second where I think it might be real, and this is just something else?
No, yeah, I think it was just so ridiculous that I was just like, this is dumb.
Then I told Mustard too. I was like, look, it lines up nice with album promo. People are talking
Absolutely
albums
not.
on the way out.
Absolutely
like,
not.
It's
that's not. No, that's not what we're. That's
you
not
didn't
what
want
we're
that as your promo?
Absolutely
No.
not.
Were you surprised that Boot Up became it like what it became? Did you know it was that kind of record?
I don't think anyone knew it was that kind of record, to be honest. Especially from a new artist, an R&B artist, especially. None of us expected it. We didn't even know.
You thought, was it supposed to be like a nice little warm-up record? Like, oh, let's get people familiar.
I mean, it was on my third EP, which we put out in February 2017, but it was the very first one on the EP of five songs. So we didn't put it out as like let's just let everyone get familiar. We just put it out because we love the song. Okay. Like on a little body of work with 4 other songs, and yeah, it took a year to pick up, but I would say it's better late than never.
So by February 20, a full year later is when it started really.
It was like March or April, I think.
So over a year.
Yeah.
So it's super
Buster
interesting.
told me about her a lot. He was like, wait till this LMA, like this artist I got. I was like, who? Then Boot Up, blowed up. I still didn't put it
all
together. Still didn't put it all
Well,
together.
I found that record to be fascinating because it's a really nice song.
Thank you.
But I wasn't expecting it either because I'm like, it almost was like it showed how much the music world was thirsty for that kind of music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A great R&B song.
Like just a really nice R&B song.
I don't think we've had one similar, like in like a similar aspect, similar content, everything since Miguel Adorn.
That's a great comparison.
Which was like what, 2013, 14.
It's been a minute.
So it's been a while, and I think you're right. I think that's why a lot of people kind of latched onto it because we just haven't really had something like that in a while.
How did it feel to get the call to be on Bruno Mars's tour?
I mean, I was like, I didn't know what to say because I didn't expect it at all. I didn't expect it. But it's been amazing. My manager was the one who told me, and everyone was just. I remember Mustard just like, Mustard always says to me like, you're on. That's all he'll say. Like he'll be like, you on. So. That was his reaction, but yeah, I was super excited. I'm a huge Bruno Mars fan. I think his show is incredible. So,
have you gotten to meet Boys to Men?
No, I haven't. We're all on separate dates.
It's all separate dates.
The four
Sorry,
openers.
Shawnee. I was going to see if she could at least just put a word in to Boys to Men.
Boys to Men.
You know, I like Boys to Men.
No, we know, Shawnee. We know. She won't see them.
Amazing.
No, yeah, it's.
So who's on yours?
It's just me and Bruno.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like when Boys to Men are there, it's just Boys to Men and Bruno.
Got it.
Charlie Wilson and Bruno, Sierra and Bruno.
Oh, I didn't even realize
they
that.
split it up. Yeah,
That's
it's not all of us on one show, which would have been tight.
I thought it would have been
Yeah.
tight. We all thought that.
I was like, yo, this shit is R&B Summer Jam.
Yeah.
Shit is out of control. So I'm looking here. We play the Trippin' record. There's the Jacquees version, which got the internet's in a frenzy. Why LMA yank his version down? What role, if any, do you play in that sort of political thing?
In the actual situation, or people talking
in the
about
actual
it?
situation.
I don't play any role in it, to be honest. I feel like my label made a statement, and there's not really much else to say about it, to be honest. People are going to take it how they want. But
You don't care.
what I don't care about
How people take it.
I mean, somewhat, because I don't want people to, people to think different than what the actual situation is. But a lot of it is people don't actually know the real ins and outs of the industry, and I can't blame someone for not knowing something. So.
Because it is, labels definitely have, what is it called? Proprietary governance on materials and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, and I think it's just people don't really know what actually happens in that situation, and it got just like blown up.
Do you personally mind if somebody covers one of your songs?
No, I don't mind at all. I mean, there was another big thing. Is like, oh, you started doing covers, so how could you like be mad at someone for doing that? I don't mind at all. I mean, Boot Up, there was 5,000 different remixes.
I was just about to go.
Yeah, so it's not that. It's just like it's just when it comes to someone trying to monetize, then it becomes a different issue. On the label side, like the whole business side, that's never gonna
fly. Have you ever met Jacquees? Do you know?
I have. I do know him. Yeah.
You guys are cool.
Yeah, we're cool.
But you blocked him on Instagram. So this says block Jacquees on Instagram.
Made our research back.
Who said that?
That's what it says on this piece of paper.
Who wrote this piece of paper?
Our intern.
Interns.
James.
And where does your intern get his information from?
The internet.
You can't believe everything you read.
There you go. So you didn't block Jacquees on Instagram.
I never even followed him, so it was...
To block him doesn't even make sense. Look, man.
This is where we're at, bro.
Listen, Jacquees is upset clearly and putting out something that says that LMA blocked him on Instagram.
You don't know that he's the one who leaked that information. It could come from these internet trolls.
That's what you're going with?
Sure. What did Kellyanne Conway say?
Fake news, alternative facts.
It could be Kellyanne Conway. Newsweek ran it?
Newsweek ran this story?
First of all, Newsweek has too much time on their hands. You know what's happening in our country right now, Newsweek? Stop worrying about LMA and
trying to get hot. They're trying to get
Thank you very much.
That's not what we need.
What goes on in the UK with R&B? Talk to me about it, because there's so many great R&B artists in the UK.
Yes.
And so when I found out, and literally only knew you were from the UK because one time I heard Boot Up all the way to the end, and I was like, she's from England? What's happening? And I feel like I'm up on a lot of R&B artists from there, and I was not up on you. But talk about what's happening in the UK with regard to black music and R&B.
I think there's a bit of a shift right now, but it was very much non-existent for a long time, mainstream. There's always been a whole bunch of us doing it and trying to bring it back to mainstream, but the labels in England are very pop-based. They're very like, they'll try and turn any type of artist that you are, they'll try and turn you into a pop artist. So I think where it was missing is just that they don't really know how to market it that well. And the reason a lot of people didn't know I was from England is one, because I sing You Can't Tell, but my career basically started in America.
Right.
So everyone was like, oh, I didn't know she was from the UK, because I didn't really have any type of bubble in the UK before I signed to Mustard and moved right to America.
Right,
so.
Right. And you lived in Queens? You lived in New York for a while?
Yeah, I did. I went to high school there.
Queens. She's Queens.
What part of Queens?
When I first moved to New York, I lived in Jamaica, and then I moved to
Jamaica, Queens. That's
Kew
my
Gardens,
town.
Yeah.
Makes very good music. You know, the people that come from Jamaica.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Just saying, yeah.
We. I can claim it. Right?
There you go. You're allowed to claim it.
Queens all day.
I lived there for 5 years of my life, and they were crucial years of my life because I was 12 to 17, and those are your.
Right. What school?
I went to QHST. Class for teaching in Belrose.
Yeah. She's down with us.
Queens.
I went to IS-59 though for junior.
I went to IS-59.
That's insane.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only went for.
We just became best friends.
That's amazing.
You like LMA now, like
All
Boys
day. Boys to Men
and LMA.
All good. All good.
What would be what's the next single off your album? So Trip and Boot Up so far. The Chris Brown record came out early.
Yes, that's a good question. I don't know what the next single is. What
do you want it to be?
I have like damn near all of the songs on the album are my favorites. So figuring it out is going to be a tough one. I think we want to let it sit for a little while and see.
Well, it looks like a fan favorite is Good Bad.
Do you know what? Everyone has a different favorite. I've had a lot of people say everything with John Legend, Good Bad, Dangerous, Shot Clock. Like, it's been a very like
this is
wide
a good
spectrum.
problem that you have.
Yeah, it's a great problem.
What do you want to play right now?
What do I want to play? Let's play Dangerous.
And why that one?
Because she likes it. Same thing I said during my album review. All of the songs have a sameness to them. A lot of them do. They took a safe route. They're good records. It's just that it's like the good record continued into the same style. But now you have your answer to the Jacquees situation. It's your boy Carcino. I am out. Deuces.